My boy. George, what? My boy.
Oh, is it good?
What was that? What'd you have a mouthful of?
Water. I'm stoned as
Cock.
fuck. And you invited me into the room when it hit me. When I had a mouthful of water. I'm talking with Levi and Evan. Evan Davis.
My drinky poo. There we go.
Yeah, what are you guys drinking?
I got me I'm finishing off my vodka and Kahlua.
Oh, nice.
I got also vodka, but mine's with ginger ale and a fresh lime wedge. Just
Ooh.
squeezed ever so gingerly on the top.
You got a little Moscow Mule action kind of going on.
A little bit, yeah. Except I wish it was
It's
ginger
not in a copper
ale.
mug. Yeah, that too.
But I like ginger ale better. It doesn't have that harsh spice going on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm inclined to agree, Evan.
Although
going?
I tell you
Are we
what, if you
starting?
make yourself a Moscow Mule and you put simple syrup in it, just a little bit, like a quarter ounce of simple syrup, turns the whole thing around. Makes it very nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I just got it set to like auto record, so I'm just getting my little shit skis together.
Are you gonna do an intro?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna when I
Perfect.
do
I'm
the
gonna go make a drink.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make a drink because
Go make a drink.
That shit look good.
Yeah. Well, because that's the cool thing about like I still haven't sprung for the $15 one yet to do these live because I don't know. I feel like when it's pre-recorded, there's no pressure. We don't have to be like, all right, we're gonna wait for some people to come in the chat and hang out. It's like, no, man, we can just fucking go for it.
And we don't have to pay attention to the chat or
We don't have
anything
to pay
like
attention
that.
to chat. We don't have to worry about all that bullshit. We can also
And like
just
if
say
my
whatever we
dick
want. And I
just
can
like
just cut it out.
my dick just happens to fall out during this, you could cut that out.
Well, that's staying in. Obviously, that's the
Although
draw.
I don't know if you have the bandwidth to cut it out. Might take a second
With
because I know how computers work.
rocking that cold beaches shirt.
I got a hop slam that everyone always thinks.
Yeah, I can see that. This is the one that everyone's always like, Isaac Wofsig smokes cigarettes now. Every time they see it, they think it's Isaac. No, this was a Barnaby's Basement show. I opened for them, and I bought one of their shirts because their van either broke down or like got a flat tire or something, and they were like, hey, we're gonna be late, and they talked to Craig, and he was like, hey man, do you think you could do like 15 to 20 more minutes of comedy? And I was like, I'm in a basement full of kids I haven't seen since I went to the Terre Haute music venue. Of course I could do.
Yeah, no
15 more
problem. I
minutes of
could
comedy.
riff for a little while.
They were like, I didn't think they'd be into it, but they were like into it. There was like
One
three
of
or four
those-
bands there, and they were like, we didn't expect to see a comedian. And I was like, you technically probably haven't. But they were nice. They were cute. And then I got a really bad stomach ache, went to Patrick's, had diarrhea, and drank a whole night. So it was great.
Oh, yeah. So it was just a Tuesday.
Yeah, just Tuesday, yeah. And then we got
I did one of those
basement
basement shows.
Yeah.
Those were really fun. I did one, I think it was like 800 Pound Gorilla was the headliner that night.
Okay.
And it was super fun. Very strange to do comedy to a bunch of people that were both standing and like less than 3 feet away.
Yeah. That's something you wouldn't think that like comedians would be used to. Not in the city of Terre Haute, my friends. Between the Grand Cafe and
people sitting so fucking close.
Yes. We were literally like, you could have just like reached, I guess the show started. Hi, it's comedians in quarantine getting crunk. Evan and I are talking about doing comedy in Terre Haute, Indiana. What are you going to do? Intro. But yeah, comedians in quarantine getting crunk. Hey, what's up? I'm your host, Levi Elmore. We're hanging out. We got Evan Davis to my, it's left. It's my left. So, and then coming back from the train wreck, that was the Google Hangouts pilot episode, so he can actually have a real episode. It's George White.
What's up?
What's up? So, Ev boy, how you holding up in quarantines?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can still work from home. Well, okay, let me retract that. I
Okay.
could still work from home until yesterday when I got laid off.
Damn, son.
shit.
Temporarily.
Okay.
Like, I'll be back in
As
like
long as it's temporary.
June or July. But
Okay.
the fun thing is I'm an independent contractor, so it's really fun trying to file for unemployment.
Oh yeah, I've heard that from a couple of people who are in that like exactly the same boat.
So like for like company name, I had to put my name, which was weird.
Yeah.
And then the way that Indiana's unemployment's working is you have to apply for the regular unemployment, which you are not eligible for as an independent contractor.
Oh no.
And then you have to get denied for that to even be able to apply for the independent contractor relief.
Jesus.
That's rough.
And the deny rate right now is it's looking to be about 14 days before I even hear whether I'm denied or approved, which I know I'm denied. So why couldn't I just apply for the other one?
Rocking that Trump check.
Yeah, it sounds, which I have not gotten yet.
Damn.
Because I owe my taxes every year
Oh,
because
okay.
of service industry. So
Yeah.
I didn't have direct deposit set up, so I'm waiting for that good old snail mail.
Waiting for Trump to put his Herbie Hancock on each one individually, like he wants to do.
Which this is a little bit late, but happy late birthday, Herbie Hancock. It was his birthday like a week ago.
Was it?
About a week ago.
About a week ago. Get up out my trap house. That is one of those like knee-jerk reactions. I can't hear about a week ago now. Like, because you guys know, like I work in admissions, and the way it works, like we're all in the same room, like all of us on phones. So it's like desk, open air. We're not like in cubicles. So like, and George, Kaylee probably has some stories about this because we always used to just like mess with each other. And my current coworkers still do that. Like I was fortunate enough when Kaylee and our other coworker left, and I stayed behind to be the bitter old man who's chained to the desk. The new coworkers have the same sense of humor. So
some people pay good money to be chained to a desk.
That's true. I just don't get to wear leather. And
you could.
I could, but I won't. I need to lose about 15, 25 more pounds. But yeah, like every time somebody would be like, oh, did you get my transcript? I'll be like, yeah, it came in about a week ago. And we'll always just hit that. And then every time we do that, one of us always ends up almost laughing on the phone. So we have to awkwardly explain to some like suburban mom why we thought it was funny. We'll be like, well, it's because your kid's got a 1.8 and they didn't get in. Oops. Bye.
Yeah, they didn't get into ISU.
Happens more often than you think, bud.
That's surprising. I'm surprised I got into any college. Because I didn't try in high school.
Yeah, we don't even take SATs anymore. Like, because Ball State stopped doing it. So then after Ball State stopped doing it, we were like, we're not either. Yeah, if you got a 2.5 on a 4.0 scale, you're in. So
I think I had a 2.53.
Yeah, so you skirted in there, bud.
Mm-hmm.
And then, George,
What's the
I guess you could tell the people how you've been, because you and I have been talking pretty regularly. So I know what you've been up to, but tell the people what you've been up to, because you've been on that live stream game.
I love it. Going live, I was actually going to make a Facebook status update, but I love feeling like a 5-year-old kid and pretending that I'm a news anchor and I'm interviewing correspondents and subjects all over the world. And I'm just like, what do you feel about this thing? And what do you think about that thing? And they're like, they say it. And then I'm just like, so that's what I've been doing.
Well, you high as hell, ain't you? That was the least coherent sentence I think I've ever heard you say in the entirety, in the 2 years that I've known you.
Oh my god.
No judge, it's legal where you are.
Yeah. And it's
legal
weird
everywhere
because-
if you don't get caught.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I have this USB audio interface, and there's like this half-second delay in my headphones.
Oh, that's a
Oh
nightmare.
no. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, so
You know,
while I
that's
was
like a
saying that
game
story,
people
I was
play.
listening to myself.
Yeah.
What?
That's like a tongue twister game people play, is where they wear headphones that have like a 0.5 second delay, and they try to repeat after somebody.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's why I started listening to myself as I was talking, and then that's why you caught me. So
That happens to me when I'm high and don't even have headphones on.
That happens to me just normally because I'm dumb. I'm a little dumb boy.
Yeah. So Levi, why don't you go live?
I was going to, and then I just didn't get around to paying for it, is really what it was. So I was like, I'll do one more pre-recorded. I don't know. And the other thing, I was talking about this with Evan a little bit and the other gang. I kind of like doing it pre-recorded because we don't have to worry about like, okay, we're gonna wait a couple minutes for people to be in the chat to make sure people are watching, or
You just
like
start
like trying to interact with chat. And then also, I really like the freedom that this gives us, because if we say some fucked up shit, I can just be like, that didn't happen.
No, it's just that I like the building an audience and interacting, because this is fun, but I like knowing that there's someone else out there, and then they might chime in with something stupid, but I get it.
Yeah, I might start going live. I might do like, I don't want to do them all live. I might do one pre-recorded and one live. Maybe start doing like the quarantine in betweens live, where I have like the non-stand-up friends, and then doing these pre-recorded, or vice versa. Because I don't know. I feel like we could toy with it. We have at least another guaranteed 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It got extended to May 1st. So
Jesus.
I know for a fact we're working from home until the end of the month.
Yeah.
With orientation and stuff being online, I would not be surprised if they were like, yeah, just work from home at least until July.
Okay, well, you talked about stand-up comedy. Evan, are you still doing stand-up?
I have not done any stand-up in quite a while. I've been writing, but I don't know. I've got this weird like block going on right now, where like the last show I did, I ate the biggest dick I've ever eaten in my life.
Where
like
was it?
Got like damn near booed off stage, and it was just so awkward, and it was terrible. And it just like was shell shock for a little while, and then I decided to take a break. And then I was working nights all the time, so I didn't have any time to go do any comedy. And now I have like more freedom, but I just haven't pulled the trigger to get back on stage.
Well, yeah, and then definitely
I've got like a whole notes page of jokes written, but I haven't tried any of them out yet.
Try them right now. Do a type 5.
Well, you know,
kidding,
maybe not. I've still been a general all-over goofball, but
hey,
not with a microphone in my hand.
Hey, you know, well, hey, you know, at least you're keeping the spirit alive.
I think the last time I actually did comedy was not at a show. I was at a house show that my buddy was like DJing at, and they had like an issue with their audio equipment where the computer wasn't playing for like 30 minutes or something. And I was pretty high.
As you do.
I was pretty drunk. And then someone handed me a microphone and pushed me in front of a house full of about 50 people.
Oh, no.
Just like, you're a comedian. And so I pulled like a 15-minute set straight out of my ass with no preparation or anything, when I hadn't done comedy in like 5 months before then. And it went okay.
Okay.
That's not bad. But I think okay is pushing it.
Oh, shit.
But I've been wanting to get back out there. I mean, I've been talking to everybody and just been like, man, I miss it so fucking much. I miss it so much.
We miss you.
I just haven't. I got this weird block going on in my head where I haven't done it. I just need to pull the trigger and do it again. But
yeah,
you know, I was going to, and then the world shut down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shutting down.
So
that'll happen on you. Yeah, we had a good like 2 or 3 shows coming up, and then the entire Earth just went.
Nah.
Nah, no, you don't.
Tollies?
We had one at Tolly's. We were gonna do a show at Terre Haute Brewing Company for Record Store Day, where they were having bands play, and we were gonna open it up for like they were gonna, the way it was working, it was gonna be like a rotation between me, Patrick Eaton, and Jamie Young, and like one of us, like basically like while bands were setting up and also opening for bands, so it'd be like Jamie pat me, and that was going to be a thing. We had the Tolly show, and then I wouldn't say we had the show because it wasn't like a giant, like we didn't have like the gang on it, but the Chris Kattan show is going to have Torzelli and Michael Oleg, so like we're at least going to go.
Listen, man, you can't call them that anymore. You can cut back in right when I say that. Yeah, you're not allowed to call them that anymore. And life is a highway, dude.
I guess so. I'm also.
You gotta ride it.
I was already partway into this White Russian when we started, so I'm turning into a little.
Oh, you're good, man.
Salty little boy.
I do want to say I really enjoy the classy fire behind you.
Thanks. It's a 10-hour 4K fireplace. YouTube.com/4K fireplace. Good luck with that.
Yeah, it's not Christmas time, so you can't do the Yule log.
Right?
On Netflix. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm having like a quarantine party. I was like, hold on. I'm not good at math, but those two things do not add up. And so I've been seeing so many posts of people having like quarantine parties, and they're like, don't worry, only like 9 people are in the same room at a time. Like, what, you got someone standing by the door with a clicker, like waiting to count people in? Dude, don't have a fucking party right now.
Yeah, and that's the thing, dude. Like, it was just like, yeah, it's just gonna be like me and this other person and this other person, and that's it. And we really miss you. And I'm like, you're gonna have to miss me a little bit longer, because I have a night of, I made a steak, and I made some fried potatoes and onions, and everything was delicious about it. I had ice cream Sammy. I caught up on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm doing this, and I'm going to be finishing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm booked.
I'll tell you what, that is the best thing that has happened with this quarantine. Well, I'd say second best thing is I have been cooking like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Really trying out some wild recipes, just like experimenting. Because I miss restaurants.
Yeah.
And so I've been trying to have a restaurant in my own house. I made my own like homemade like fries, like steak fries the other day.
I did that the other day too.
Were so good.
Fantastic.
And I even did like restaurant quality where I like blanch them and like light fry them and then lay them out on a pan in the fridge for a couple of hours and then flash fry them when I'm ready to eat them.
Oh, I got real fucking lazy with it. I just tossed them in seasoning and then tossed them in oil and just threw them on a pan and baked them. And
oh no, I like fried them.
Yeah.
I like fried them up like.
I didn't go all out. I did it fucking lazy style.
I made a crock pot chili the other day.
Oh, that sounds good.
Which I want to get your guys' opinion on this. So, my family, for my entire life, has made chili with spaghetti.
My family too.
Yeah?
My family too. My mom swears by it.
People give me the weirdest looks whenever I tell them, like, you got to put spaghetti in chili. You got to put spaghetti in chili.
I've had people yell at me. They said, that's a goulash. I'd be like, you're a goulash. Fuck you. My mama's done that forever, and it was delicious. And I was raised on that shit. I would eat a bowl of that in the crisp fall night, and we would watch Under Wraps and Hocus Pocus, and it'd be great. And that was Halloween in the Elmore household.
Hell yeah. See, and we also put, we do like Ritz crackers, and then you put peanut butter on the Ritz cracker, and then put the chili on top of that and eat it.
My parents would eat it
sounds weird, but my lord, it is good.
Sounds great.
My parents would eat it with peanut butter sandwiches. I did not.
Same thing.
Because of, I mean, had I not had the allergy, I would be doing that too.
Like, just quit being such a pussy about it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just be like, I do have an EpiPen, so I can just be like,
yeah, fine.
The true experience.
Just do it on your way to the hospital.
Yeah. Well, that's what they told me when I first got the EpiPen, because they were like, hey, just so you know, it's not like how it is in like TV and movies. When you inject yourself with the EpiPen, you still got to go to the hospital or you're going to fucking die. And I was just like,
shit.
good to know. So like when you see it in TV and movies where they just inject the EpiPen and then like they're fine and they just go about their day, it's not fucking true. If you got to inject an EpiPen, still got to go to the hospital. There's basically taking a giant vial full of adrenaline and just like into your leg.
Yeah.
Like you're just yeah. You're not gonna like Mia Wallace, just adrenaline to the heart and then you go get a fucking milkshake. Actually, that's the reverse. But like as far as that movie goes, but.
Well, I wonder what like the street value of an EpiPen would be. Like, do
I don't
people do
know.
EpiPens recreationally?
I would hope not. That sounds.
I'm sure there's a market for it. And guys, we need to corner this market before all of these grubby drug dealers get their hands on it. We need to get a stockpile of EpiPens. We need to go to some type of convention and just start hawking them, guys. We could make some serious Skrilla.
Yo, man, you want a pen?
Yeah, I got that pen on deck.
Expiration date. What's the expiration date of an EpiPen?
My EpiPen expired. Actually, I can go. Oh, fuck you, Zoom. You've given me so many extensions. They're like, the meeting will end in 10 minutes. Upgrade now to remove the 40-minute time limit. They didn't give me that last time. Last time they were just like, whatever. We're giving it to everybody. Guess I got to pay the $15. What we're really going to do is we're going to, when the meeting ends in 10 minutes, we're just going to start it over.
Oh, there we go.
And I'll just cut them together.
That sounds good.
Real quick.
Let me go check my
expiration date. Oh, you're going to go check. You can't hear me.
Not anymore. Yeah. All hope is lost.
He'll be able to hear whenever he edits this. That's how long it's going to take.
You just got to talk mad shit about Levi real quick.
Yeah, hopefully he just doesn't blanket cut this out. But Levi, if you hear this, I want you to text me. As soon as you hear this, bibbity bobbity.
Yeah, bibbity bobbity. Real quick.
Right, what kind of shit you talking about?
Don't worry about it, man.
It's all good.
It was definitely about you, but you don't want to hear it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, it's nothing I haven't heard already. All right, let's get this. July of last year.
Oh, what?
So you're gonna die.
Oh, shit.
Just kidding. It's the training one. It's the training one. It's safe.
Wow. No, because I was going to say, you could have them in your car, and if something were to ever happen, like if a mugger was to come up on you, or like it's a zombie apocalypse,
like
you could be
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, and then just go ape shit on them. No, don't stab
like
them, because you can inject them with adrenaline.
It's not like that
something like that in a video game, isn't there? And there's
it's
something
like a
where you can like
steroid.
And you're like, brr.
Probably. That sounds like something that would be in like a BioShock.
Yeah.
Of some type.
You gotta do that.
You know what? Is it gonna let me? Hey, there he is.
Hey.
What?
I clicked upgrade and I clicked. Okay, upgrade to pro. Here we go. I'm just gonna do it now.
No, don't. We'll just restart.
Or we'll just restart. All right, we'll restart.
Save that money, man.
What am I, Lil Dicky?
Yeah.
Which, have you guys been watching Dave?
Yes, and we'll talk about it when we restart.
Oh, it's so
all
good.
Right. I'm going to end, and then I'm going to restart. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Bean, you just got here. I have 7 minutes left, and then we got to restart.
Okay.
So I'm going to message him, too. I don't know if he can hear me.
Oh.
Are you there? Hello, Bean?
Yeah, I just got all my levels.
Where's George?
Right. I gotta restart because we have like 7 minutes left. So I gotta exit this and then start it again.
All right, cool. I gotta get my Rule of Thirds set up anyway.
All right.
Yeah, get that headroom.
That's true. Yeah, we're recording again. I sent it to Bean, so I'm hoping he comes in soon. I felt so bad because he just got in, and I was like, hey, we gotta restart. Because
I'm so high. Evan,
about a week ago. And you know what sucks is it didn't automatically
jumped into a memory.
It didn't automatically it didn't automatically start recording. I had to click record, and I clicked record right after Evan said the reference. So the recording is starting with George just losing his damn mind, which is perfect.
Oh my god. It's like I jumped right into a memory. I was like, no. It's like a being John Malkovich moment. I was
Super
like,
Mario 64, just jumping into a painting. Or yeah, being John Malkovich. God, I haven't seen that movie in years.
Man.
I love how when somebody was writing that movie, they were like, what is one celebrity that nobody really wants to be in the 90s? They were like, I know.
In the 90s, talk about present.
I mean, I don't want to be him now, but I didn't want to be him then either.
That man's insane. That's like wanting to be Ray Liotta.
Yeah. I would not want to be Goodfellas or current Ray Liotta, especially not.
No way, dude. That dude's got the face of a villain.
He's got the face of like a melted cat now. Like, have you seen him lately?
No, I haven't seen him lately.
Like, just Google like Ray Liotta present. He doesn't look great.
Come on, Ray. What are you doing? You're rich. Get those face creams.
Unless I might be over exaggerating like how bad he looked, but last I saw it wasn't great.
Like, you talking like catcher's mitt face?
Oh yeah. We're talking
that bad.
We're talking this right here. Let me lower the
brightness.
The brightness. Look at that.
He doesn't look too bad, man.
Oh yeah, he looks bad.
He looks like somebody took a hairdryer to his wax sculpture.
Well,
you know what he looks like?
Also, he looks like he just like used to do a bunch of blow.
No, he looks like Tom Cruise is about to rip the face mask
of
Ray Liotta off.
Oh yeah.
Like at that moment where he stretches it, that's what Ray Liotta looks like.
Oh yeah, like freeze frame in that scene in like Mission Impossible where he's pulling the face mask off.
That's what it looks like the second he stretches it.
So we're back. We made it. Hi everyone. This is part 2. Considering how so much of part 1 got cut.
Except for the callback.
So we're gonna be like about a week ago, checking in with how we're doing. Fireplace, Ray Liotta, Beans here. Richard, how you holding up in quarantines?
I've got some inflammation going on, mostly in the urethra.
Fucking same.
From like coming at least 3 times a day.
But
I mean, aside from that, like I'm washing my hands a lot, which is good.
That's good.
I've resorted to only touching my beard as part of my face because it's not actually my face.
You see, that works. That's totally science. And everything backs that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only touch the facial hair.
Anywhere.
Oh yeah.
If you don't go anywhere, you don't.
Well, yeah. Like I just got a shower right before this because I was very gross looking and I did not want to come on here looking like I needed
Ray Liotta.
Intervention. Yeah, I didn't want to look like Ray Liotta. So I was like, I'm gonna take a shower so now I can just be like, I'm growing my quarantine beard back out. I haven't shaped it or anything. I'm letting the neck beard do its thing.
Yeah, so, I was upset with you when you
were cross with me. Yeah,
beard. I was. I'm pretty sure you posted that picture and I just responded, boo.
You did.
I'm pretty sure it's my exact response.
Which is sad because when I shaved, I looked at myself and went, oh, I feel like myself again. And then you were just like, no, I decide I'm the arbiter of your identity. And I was like, thanks, Dad.
Well, I mean,
not gonna play football.
End up like Tom Hanks. I thought that was the whole reason we were doing this, is to just like connect with Mr. Hanks on a spiritual level.
Oh, dude, I have his book, so I do that all the time.
You sleep with it?
Yeah, actually. Well, no, I read it before
I would.
bed. I read it
He's
before
like
bed.
America's dad.
It's a series of short stories. It's called Uncommon Type. None of the stories are connected to each other, but they all in some way feature a typewriter at one point in the story, and that's how cool. They're connected. And it's actually it's very good. It's very good. You can definitely hear the narration in his voice. Like his voice definitely shows his writing. So it's very. I recommend it. That's my book recommendation for the show. Is Uncommon Type by Tom Hanks.
Did you guys see SNL do the like Zoom episode?
I saw that they did it. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched any of the skits, but I saw Tom Hanks like opening.
Oh.
And it was kind of awkward because it wasn't in front of an audience, but he did shave his head, and I fully condone everybody shaving their head. So I was
there. You go. Yeah, man. If this lasts too much longer and I can't get a haircut, I might have to do the same thing.
So Evan's into shave
Shaggy Boy,
Hanks, which is I mean, that's
Aren't we all?
yeah.
I've already ordered my cardboard cutout of shaved head Tom Hanks
I love it.
for if I ever
Nice.
get just like especially lonely, you know?
I've always wanted a cardboard cutout of Danny DeVito so I can like do a Home Alone thing and make people think that I'm here because he and I are the same height. So
Oh, that'd be great.
All right, yeah,
For
that's
real?
good.
I think so. I think he's 5'1".
Oh shit! Let me see.
Dude, I
Danny
miss having a
DeVito.
cardboard cutout. Do any of you remember
4'10".
my house
I'm
in
taller than
Terre Haute?
DeVito.
Yeah, no, I remember
Yeah,
that. You
with
had the
your-
cardboard
with your-
cutout with
your Edward
Yeah, I had
Cullen.
Edward Cullen, and I
yeah.
had
Did you have Austin
Austin
Powers?
Powers.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Tokyo House.
Oh man, partying with Austin
Awesome.
Powers at the Tokyo House
Oh,
was.
that's.
I wish I remember any of those days. Really.
I remember
It
doing the
wasn't-
walk. That was a fun time. The one time I've done the walk in my life. I
I
never.
wish
did
I
it
would have
again.
brought Edward Cullen with me, but he wasn't mine, so.
Oh
Nah.
yeah. That was a good time. Stayed up late, drinking, hanging out, listening to. That was where you introduced me to Death Grips.
Hell yeah.
First time I ever heard Death Grips, and then in the morning, I woke up and you were just like, "Levi, 1 egg or 2?" And I was like, "I'll take a couple." And you're just cooking up some
That
eggs,
crack,
and then
motherfucker.
we went and did the walk, and it was a good time. And I lost and found all of you at different points in the day,
Oh yeah.
and then
That was
we
a hell
finally
of a time.
reunited. It was great because I lost you all, and then I came across Raven Smith, our very good friend Raven Smith,
Mhm.
and then she and her group were like, "Hey, we're pretty tired. I think we're gonna bounce." I was like, "Okay," and then I caught up with you guys, and then we made it the rest of the way, and then just went back to Fifi's and hung out because by the time we got there, pretty much everything was over except for the game, which we weren't gonna go see.
No, you don't go see the game during the walk.
No,
That's absurd. The stadium can't
Yeah,
hold that
I've
many.
never even seen a homecoming game.
No, I never did.
I
I went there
have-
for
Usually
5 years. I
blindfold the
never did.
players, so they don't even know. Like they can't even see the game either.
I've been to more. I went to more ISU Sycamores, just sporting events in general, as a student in the Vigo County School Corporation than I ever did as a student at Indiana State University, because they used to give us like free tickets to like games in elementary school. As
Well,
just like
the
a promotion
tickets
thing.
were free for students.
They were
No
free
one
for
just
students
wanted
as
to
well,
go.
But exactly, by the
Like,
time
they
I
were
was at
still
ISU,
giving you free tickets.
Well, no. Well, what I mean is like
You just didn't give a shit anymore because they were
That's-
terrible.
that's what I meant. Like it was exciting when I was in elementary school because it was like, oh my god, I got free tickets to an ISU game, and like my uncle took like me and my brother and my cousin, and we had a cool day. And then yeah, when I was a student, I was just like, I just don't want to go. Because
Yeah, I
like
think
as a commuter, as someone who like grew up in this town, I had very little school spirit. Like I even had friends that grew up with me that were like, oh my god, I love going to ISU, and I was like, yeah, back on my bullshit again. I
There
got a free
is-
laptop.
A school.
You know what?
I
I
think
had
the
a
main
good
reason I
time. I
didn't
met
go
some very
either-
good friends. I made some very good connections at ISU.
Oh,
Like,
amen.
I'm not definitely not like ashamed to say that I went there. I'm just ashamed to say that I'm still there. Work there. I got accepted into grad school today as of this
Hell
recording.
yeah.
So
Dude, congratulations.
Yeah,
masters
congrats, I saw
masters
that
of
shit.
public administration.
MPA.
So, I'm gonna be a lobbyist and then sell my soul for money. And I'm a comedian, so I'm used to that.
And you're getting the 80%
Wait, you're not getting
reduction, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing Kaylee
Nice.
did.
Fuck yeah, man.
nice.
I'm so
Congrats.
sorry how your life has turned out, Levi.
I know.
God.
I'm in dire straits.
It's okay to ask for help. Like
That's an all right thing.
if you need it, you know. There you go.
help,
That's
yeah.
what you need.
Oh man.
I'm gonna need to go get some more milk out of the fridge.
I'm actually gonna go get some booze too.
I'm out a half and half. I've resorted. It's either that or powder creamer.
Or just the Kahlua, dude. Go for it.
Make a black Russian, just Kahlua and vodka.
Yeah.
I'm out of both now. I only had a little bit left. I kind of went I felt so bad. We did quarantine in between, and I did it the show with my good friends. I called it the Theater Kid Show just because they happen to be theater kids. But
Yeah.
I never did theater with them. They just happened to do community theater stuff. My good friends, Coda Burkett and Alexandria Morin. And I got yeah, you met Alex a couple times, or well, once. Was that last time you were at the
Yes,
first?
once, yeah.
And I felt so bad because they're both like very sweet, very kind individuals. And like I got very drunk that night. And like we did the 3 hour, like it's a 2 hour and 45-minute podcast, like after editing. Like it's up on YouTube right now, youtube.com/MarvinComedy. And I turned
real
into
subtle plug.
yeah, where you're watching this show right now as well. And I turned into this like I called it the podcast host mode, where it was very much like Kev Smith, Joe Rogan like style of speech, but also with like the accent of like Bon Appetit magazine YouTube channels, Brad Leone. So I'm just like, whoa, that's pretty wild, bud. Like, yeah, what are you doing, bud? And just constantly being like cutting people off.
I
And I'd be
love
like,
the
oh my
radio
god, I'm so
voice.
sorry. Go ahead.
Love the radio voice.
Yeah. So I was just getting like loud and just be like, oh yeah, fucking Kev Smith here, and we're talking about Jay and Silent Bob. Fucking get old, man. I'm just all the gestures he makes. But yeah, so we got a great show out of it though, in spite of me. It was great in spite of me.
You just do that really cheesy radio voice and just like
Oh yeah, the thing that Pat and I call it.
And next up on the podcast here, we got tell me about yourself and where you from, where you been. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, there's a local radio station. I say local, it's out of Illinois, but it's like it's adjacent. It's Marshall, Illinois, is where it is, so it's not super far. But they have a guy who has that voice. He's like, we're gonna spin the wheel of Jack on WMMC Radio 105.9.
There's always a little bit of nasal to it.
There is. There's always
Just a
that,
little
like,
bit of nasal.
You gotta like plug up the back of your throat, like you just eat a bunch of trees. And you gotta.
Yeah, we got a real cold one out there tonight. If everybody want to bundle up, keep your kids close, because there's a murderer out there. All right, I'll see you guys later.
I got unnecessarily mad at that anchor, and I say unnecessarily because it's nothing that any normal person would ever get mad about. He was going over the celebrity birthdays, and he got to actor Bruce Boxleitner, and he mentioned movies, TV shows, like he was in a soap opera nobody had ever heard of. The one thing that anybody would know this guy from, he didn't mention. I say the name Bruce Boxleitner. You guys don't know who I'm talking about. You've seen Tron?
A little bit.
I've seen Tron.
Like
OG, like OG Tron.
OG. No.
He's in the newest one, but only for a little bit. He's Tron in original Tron. Like, he plays the character Tron.
And he just didn't mention that?
And he didn't mention Tron. I'm literally, like, in my car just going, Tron? You're not going to talk about Tron? Tron! Tron! He's like, and he was on Days of Our Lives from 1986.
Okay, now to be fair, though, Days of Our Lives is, like, way more popular than Tron.
I don't think it was. I mean, true. That's fair. Yeah, I'm just a fucking nerd, and I think the world is revolve around me.
Well, that's like
I have a very
when
high IQ to enjoy Rick and Morty.
That's like when I introduced Ron Jeremy.
Oh God.
And the accolades that he wanted me to give for him was that he was mentioned at the Oscars. He was a guest host on the Grammys, and he was in he was a guest star on some obscure TV show that I don't even remember. And I was like, dude, you're Ron Jeremy.
Yeah, just
nobody knows you from those things.
Yeah,
I can just go up there and be like, this is Ron Jeremy. He has a very large penis and has shown it on multiple films. Here you go. Like,
I feel like
why were you saying you were mentioned at the Oscars?
No, George, I didn't go to the show, but I heard enough things about this to know that Ron Jeremy he didn't do that ironically. He was
he's a crazy
very
person.
Sincere.
I picked him up from the hotel and drove him to the venue. He was wearing lime green Adidas pull-away track pants, mustard-stained Captain America shirt from Target, and bright orange Crocs. And all he did the entire time I was driving him was call porn stars, talk to them on the phone, and then his dad called him, and he called him Daddy.
Oh my God.
Ron Jeremy just called his father Daddy for an entire call. And then he got to the venue, did not change out of any of the things he was wearing, and went on stage and just talked about his dick for an hour.
I mean, first of all, like if your dick is that huge, you can wear whatever you want. And then secondly, why would you even want to change? That's a whole look. The bright orange Crocs.
I mean, he was rocking it.
Like Superman.
And like the dirtiest, untrimmed 5 o'clock shadow that went down to his nipples, like just the grossest straggly hair. Like the dude is a cave troll. It was insane.
Well, there you go.
Speaking of penis-based careers and humor, you guys been watching Dave? You guys been watching that little Dickie?
Oh my god, it's so good.
Little tiny penis show. I gotta glare.
It's good, but it's weird because like it's like funny, but it's not like all funny.
That'll
but
teach
it
me
is
to try
all
to
good.
improve the lighting.
You know what I'm saying?
I missed it.
But you didn't hear anything I just said, did you?
No, I had to get up and fix the lighting because I was like, I'm gonna make it brighter, and then I had a giant glare on my TV, and it was very distracting.
No,
like the first episode. But like I don't know, you're right. And like it's definitely got a lot of good high points in it as far as humor, but there's a lot of like really cringy moments that aren't.
Which don't get me wrong, I love cringe comedy.
Oh yeah,
I love cringe comedy.
Well, like some of them aren't even really like funny moments, but I don't know. I think the pacing of it is really good. It's just not like they definitely made it seem like it's a more of a punched up comedy in the commercial reels. And
and the first like 2 episodes too.
Yeah,
like a lot funnier, but
yeah, I don't know. As you get into it, like I don't know. I mean, it's got good development.
Yeah.
I'm still watching it every Thursday.
Like they did that one episode where like Dave's in the episode for like a minute and a half.
Oh yeah, the one
on the other characters
with
Els
Taco
and
with Taco and the girly.
Yeah, and I don't know. I thought it was nice, but the pacing on that one was really weird. Like I looked down at my phone, I looked up, and like the episode was almost over, and I was like, did they just do a shorter episode? And it just, I don't know, it felt like it wasn't a full episode. It felt like
it didn't have like that
but
big it didn't have a big arc. It was kind of like a just continuous storyline.
Yeah, so
it was solid though. I enjoyed it.
It was solid. Yeah, I had a good time.
Love the wood shirts.
The wood shirt I loved. I want one.
Would you guys wear a wood shirt? Like a shirt that was made by a woodsmith, if that's what you call them? Carpenter?
Oh, I would. I'm surprised they don't have that at a woodsman, the tin woodsman. I'm surprised they don't. I'm surprised they don't have those at just like the Clayshire like medieval times fair. Like, like that would be a place where I'd get those. Like I would get one.
I like that it opened up like a door then still had buttons. But they were just carved into the shirt. That was my favorite part. No functionality at all.
That was dope, honestly. Like, cause you know somebody's done that before. Like, that's not something they made up. They were like, dudes, I was at this fucking craft fair one time. Like, like that was in the writer's room. Like, they were like, no, this happened.
Like, well, they already make like wood shoes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
I've seen wood pants.
But I want a whole wood suit.
The next logical step. Of course,
you just
wood
need
gloves, then wood shirt,
wood 3-piece. Just like instead of pinstripe, it's wood grain.
Yeah,
be like
bow tie. Yeah.
You mean you're not gonna let me in? This is pure acacia. Like,
bitch, I got cherry on my back. Are you kidding me?
Just get a wooden monocle.
Yeah, but the lens is not carved out of it. It's carved to look like there's a lens in it, so you just can't see. You just have it over one eye.
It's just a wooden like drink token that somebody put over there.
Yeah, pretty much. But you put a chain on the motherfucker and attach it to your coat.
It's a drink kit.
Oh, shit.
Good lord.
No, it should have all wood accessories. Like it should come with a wood pocket watch that like doesn't fucking work.
It's just carved. The time is carved into it.
The time is just carved into it.
Like you'd think it like somebody's gonna try to make sense out of it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, is it a sundial?" And be like, 11 p.m. It's like
it's
right only twice a day.
Yeah,
it's always 5 o'clock in my world, baby.
Hey yo, wasted away.
I imagine the only wooden accessory that should come with this suit that should actually work is the wooden flask, and that's
that would work as long as it had the right varnish on it.
Mm-hmm.
You fuck up the varnish, it ain't gonna work, man.
I don't know.
Gotta be careful. Splinters and whiskey is not a good time.
Splinters and whiskey.
Splinters and whiskey. All right, I like it.
Strawberry wine.
Is that by Joe Exotic?
Oh, dude. None of his music is even by Joe Exotic. That boy
No, I
fucking
know
Milli
none of it's
Vanilli
by
as
him.
shit. The documentary doesn't even go into that. They make it sound like he wrote all of that crap.
Yeah, he doesn't even sing them. He didn't write them. He didn't sing them.
Like looking at, he didn't do that. The guy that they were like, oh, he's only got 3 teeth. Like he got a full set of like dentures. He got a full set of false teeth.
Oh yeah, he's
like
good
got
now.
like major dental surgery. They didn't show that. And then the person who got their arm amputated,
Mm-hmm.
they
Yeah,
called.
she's trans. Or
Yeah.
trans.
He's they.
He. It would be he if they're
He
trans.
is a trans male.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they were like non-binary or what. I just use they because
Yeah, but they made
I don't want to.
they made him look
be
out
wrong.
to look to be a lesbian.
They made him look out, yeah, just to be like a lesbian woman, yeah. And it's just like that's a trans male. So they just getting everything.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Crazily, just like well, but also that's kind of like those like pop documentaries where they're just going for as much shock value. Like they don't give a shit. They know they're making that Netflix money. Like they know they're gonna get a sequel. They know like there's gonna be some like huge like merch deals and shit to come out of this. Like they know what they were in here to do, and they did what they set out to do. For sure.
I'm excited for the first person to get like. Have you seen the cover-up tattoo that his husband got that had the 3 teeth?
Yeah, where
it only covered like 75% of the tattoo. Like you could still see the words behind it. It was just a bull face over it.
I think the original tattoo was like property of Joe Exotic.
It was property of Joe Exotic, and he got a big black bowl there instead. Yeah. But it doesn't cover most of the tattoo. And so it's more of an addition than a cover-up. But
so it's just to show that the bull is property.
I'm so excited to see someone get that, like with the words barely covered up as a tattoo. Like get it on like their chest right here.
Oh yeah.
See property of Joe Exotic, but there's just a shittily done big black bull over 75% of it.
I can see that. I can see that becoming a meme tattoo. Like
that's gonna be a thing.
So I did want to say I'm getting that tattoo next week. I'm not.
Do it. How about
not doing that? No way.
If I ever got a tattoo, it would have to be the one from Whitest Kids You Know, where it's like the guy's drunk going into a tattoo parlor. He's like, all right, so it's Bowser, and he's got a double neck guitar, he's on a surfboard, and there's a pot leaf behind him, and a cross behind that, and it's just like this shittily just like design. People have gotten that tattoo. People have actually gotten the Whitest Kids You Know tattoo.
That's so funny.
Which I love 100% because that. If there was one show I wish would like make a comeback, it's that. That was like age like 15, 16. That was oh wow, sketch comedy that's actually funny. I'm here for this.
Yeah, they were great.
I really want to see them live. Like I know Justin Wood has seen them like multiple times. He said,
oh yeah,
they're just as good now as they ever were. Like he said, they're friggin' amazing. Friend of the show, Justin Wood.
Is he back in Terre Haute?
He is. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He's been back for not quite a year, I would say.
Yeah.
Because when he had like first gotten back and moved in, Pat and I went and hung out with him, and he's how I got my Mr. Meeseeks shot glasses. Because he had some plastic Mr. Meeseeks Shotsky cups, and he was like, "Hey, you can just take these with you if you want." I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks."
I'm gonna.
Yeah, so, I was like, I'm going to do that. Well, because it was a set of 4, and he was going to give me and Pat each one, and Pat was like, yeah, I don't want this. You can have mine. And I was like, oh, cool.
Now I don't want your garbage. Get that out of here.
So now my shot glass regalia is 2 Mr. Meeseeks plastic shot cups, because I don't want to call them glasses because they're plastic. I feel like it's a sham. A set of 4 Deadpool shot glasses that my mom got me for Christmas in a 4-pack. An Indiana Pacers shot glass that I bought at Banker's Life, and a small 4-ounce Glad container that I fill up halfway, and I do shots out of that when I'm too lazy to go get a shot glass.
I have a pack of Christmas Story shot glasses that I got last year.
That's tight.
They don't say it's a major award, and that makes me upset.
I want one. There was one I saw last year. It was the Moose Cup from Christmas Vacation. It was like that as a shot glass.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I want that one. Friggin' A. So Bean, what's popping?
I've got bourbon, and 1 can of Coke.
Proud.
Because I'm at my mom's house. Because go figure, rural internet sucks.
No way.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, right? I don't know. I've just been like cleaning this farm up and sleeping, basically. I haven't been able to like watch much of anything. Like last, like I haven't seen Tiger King yet. The last like any sort of media I watched was this British sitcom on Hulu. It's pretty good.
Which one?
It's called The Bisexual, and it's about a like middle-aged lesbian who comes to the epiphany after her like girlfriend of 10 years proposes that she has no idea who the fuck she is as like a human being. So she moves in with a total stranger and starts trying to fuck dudes. It's pretty funny.
It's a classic story, really.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time, indeed.
Tale as old as time. Hard as you can
with like this
see.
washed-up best-selling author who like wrote one book like 13 years ago and hasn't written a single thing since.
Must have been a damn good book.
Yeah. Sometimes you only need one, bud.
It was a pretty good book. They imply that it's kind of like the Irish version of Trainspotting, as far as like, it's not about heroin. It's about
That's
cancer.
the best part of Trainspotting.
Yeah, this is about other drugs and alcoholism.
Oh,
and
there's still
grieving.
drugs. Okay.
Yeah, and grieving
Dude.
because of like the loss of a relative to cancer and everything like that. So it's like a really powerful book, but like he wrote it, and then I'm not trying to spoil anything about it, but things go awry, and he hasn't written for like 13 years.
Same.
Like in his life, like real time.
Yeah. Oh no, his life
went to shit.
His life is a total crapshoot now, and so he teaches as like a university adjunct professor, and he just like fucks graduate students, and like that's basically his life. But
like
he,
this real guy, the one who wrote the book.
Yeah, like the guy who wrote the book. Like that's just his life.
Damn.
And then a lesbian
just living it, man.
with him.
Yeah, he's living his truth.
Down, and that's pretty much. It's surprisingly funnier than the premise sounds.
Well, the British can take anything that is like super serious and just be really shitty about it, and it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Like just handle a terrible situation very poorly, and you're British, I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah. Hashtag Ricky Gervais.
Basically.
With
it's not
the
even
entire
like,
world.
It's not even cringy humor. It's just there's what I like the most about it is like it's this really intense sort of roller coaster of a series. Mm-hmm. So like they have a lot of really dramatic moments, and then just something like someone says just like the dumbest shit you've ever heard, and it just lightens the whole mood up. Or like someone will be having like a really fun, energetic, really good time, and then just like all of a sudden just like the most bullshit dramatic stuff blows up in the middle of the scene, and it's fucking hilarious.
That's basically our entire friend group. So yeah, I'm into that.
Yeah. And then there's a super great sequence where they end up at this performance art exhibition in episode 2. And I really don't have to say anything beyond that, dude. It's like live performance art in the 21st century. So of course it just fucking sucks. But everyone acts like it's great.
People just act like
that
it's
is
the most
not the direction
shit.
I thought you were going with that. I thought you were going super positive with performance art in the 21st century, and then you were like, yeah, you fucking hate it. Like, it's the worst shit.
It's just bullshit, to be honest.
What a good switch.
All right, we're hitting that 40-minute mark almost. We got 10 minutes to go, so that'll give us an 80-minute podcast though. So I think that's
then with cutting like 30.
Yeah. So what are we gonna do? Do we want to just play this out, or do we want to start it one more up again? How are we feeling?
I mean, I'm chilling, man.
I'm still sober, so like we could keep
I am too, but I'm out of alcohol after this, and it's 9 o'clock during quarantine, so like nothing's open anymore.
No, man, Liquor stores aren't even open.
The liquor store across the street from me is open, but I think they close at 9. So like I would have to like go to the gas station, which I am not above doing, because Bean and Evan, you both were there enough to know that like back at the Fort Comedy, the olden days, Patrick Eaton and I were not above walking to the gas station on the corner of 7th and Holman and getting a Limerita and going back to his and Andy's.
I like that it was specifically a Limerita.
No, there was one day. It was over the summer. It was just me and Pat. We're just hanging out outside, listening to Smash Mouth, as we did. And I'm just chilling. We had a couple beers. Pat had some beers. And he just looks at me and he goes, you know what sounds really good right now? And I'm kind of drunk, but you know what sounds really good right now? A Limerita. And I look at him and I go, yes, let's go get one. And he goes, gas station right at 7th and Holman. They're super cheap. You want to go? And I went, I'm mad that we're not already there. So we walk down the street.
Like you're being sponsored by Limerita.
I wish. And by that, I mean, I don't wish.
I know. Get that Limerita money. We don't actually drink.
That's true. Yeah. Patrick got a Limerita. I got a cold, crisp Mango-rita. And we went back to his house.
Not as bad, but still garbage.
Yeah,
I'm more of a
I agree.
Strawberita fan, personally.
Strawberita's not bad. The Cranberita is surprisingly good, too.
See, I'm...
The cold crisp.
You almost got a spit take from George there.
Cranberita.
Cranberita.
Oh, yeah, baby. Because I'm a
What are these names?
I'm a 22-year-old white girl. That's fine. You know what the watermelon? You know what sucks though? The watermelon one like breaks the cycle because it's like you have grape-a-rita, lime-a-rita, strawberry-rita, mango-rita, cranberry-rita, and then it's watermelon-rita.
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Boo.
That's like a really southern family that ended up having one more kid than they thought they needed for welfare.
Watermelon-rita, get out
And
here!
then the last one they just call watermelon Rita.
Watermelon-rita,
Like
get your ass!
Rita was like the grandma who raised the daughter. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But they just name all of them after.
Oh yeah. How many kids do you think are going to be named?
Cranberita, get your ass in here.
Get your ass in here and get this ramen noodles now.
Grape-a-rita.
Yeah, Grape-a-rita.
Grape-a-rita.
Oh my!
I know I didn't see you playing with that neighbor kid again.
How many kids do you think are going to be named COVID after this?
Oh, dude, I already know there's at least 5. I've seen stories all over the place.
People are going to be naming their kids COVID. We're probably going to see an uptick in Kobe's in honor of
Oh yeah, for
Kobe
sure.
Bryant.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna see an uptake in just human beings
Oh yeah.
out of other human beings.
Well,
many babies.
We already have so many friends just like popping out kids. Friggin', we're gonna give a big. I want to give a toast. Can we toast to Isaac and Shelby Wassig?
Oh yeah.
It just had a baby about a week ago.
About a week ago.
I was just thinking about that recently. And like the thought occurred to me where it's like that Twitter post that's gone viral where it's just like there was a day in your life where you hung out with your friends during the summer and that was the last time you ever like saw all of each other again. And I was like, oh man, I didn't realize that like with COVID causing quarantine that like mid-February was the last time we're ever going to see Isaac again. But like he's he's basically dead to us now.
It's weird how because I was going to ask him if he wanted to be included on the show and I was like, he's busy. He's got way better things to do right now than fuck with our stupid asses.
I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to deal with him the same way that I deal with Justin, which is like every now and again I will comment on their social media and be like, hey, so when are you gonna come out and do comedy night? You know, just abandon your family and choose a path of life that actually has some meaning, like performing for 5 minutes in front of a room full of 3 people.
Dude, save some money.
I'm gonna go eat chicken.
All right, George. All right,
so hungry.
we're gonna maybe be back. Evan, how you feeling? All right, so that's our show. I want to thank my guests for coming out. We had Evan Davis over here. We had George White, and we had Mr. Richard Bean. This has been Comedians in Quarantine Getting Crunk. You guys got a quick Evan, final thoughts?
Great to see you guys. Hell yeah.
George.
Yeah,
Safe
hell
during
yeah.
the quarantine.
Bean.
No, I try not to think.
Hell yeah. Be gone, slut.